like I said, everything in fishing, no matter what anybody tells you, this is kind of off the subject, but when it comes to fishing, everybody learns something from somebody. That's just the way that works. You just got to make it work for you. So we hit fall again, right? Shad's starting to ball back up. You're starting to see a little surface activity. Maybe the water's turning over again. You're thinking, all right, well, I'm going to keep swimming my jig. Well, as soon as that water temperature gets back down to 75, this guy comes back out. You have the same, it has the same effect in the fall that it has in that post-spawn in the spring. You get the same bite, you catch the same quality fish, you catch the same size, and you throw it in the same exact places. You know, people think, oh, it's a one-hit wonder, or it only works at Lake Norman, or there's certain times. There's no key reasoning of why it really works as good as it does in the fall. I don't think there's that magical temperature like it does in the spring. I just know from experience that come fall, I can swim this thing around a lot different types of color, whether it's bushes, trees, rocks, the basic things, and I get a lot of bites. And I think you will too. It's something that they're not seeing, because typically these people, they go back to a lot of spinnerbait fishing. They're going to see a lot of blades, a lot of flashy stuff come fall. You know, that's the thing. They always downsize and want to go to those spinnerbaits. This is something they're not going to see, and you will catch big fish in it. I've caught giant smallmouth on this out from under docks at St. Clair. Now, granted, they are smallmouth and they'll bite just about anything you throw in the water, but still, it's places where it works. So then I've gone full circle, and we've gone from the fall. So now I'm back to the winter. We all know wintertime, everybody's first thing is if I'm fishing a jig, probably going to fish deep, slow, brush piles, on docks. Well, I'm going to give you the tip here. Until that water gets below 50 in the Carolinas, there are plenty of bites for a jig in less than 2 feet of water. The best scenario I can give you is pull into a pocket. Look at that pocket. Look at the docks. We have tons of floating docks. Look for those docks where the backs of them are sitting on land. The backs are actually dry. The only place they have is that first front and maybe a foot and a half of water underneath there. I cannot tell you how many 5, 6 pounders that I've caught when it's icy outside, rainy, sunshine, doesn't matter, that are back there on those isolated targets that never get messed with because everybody's already interested in throwing the little crankbaits and fishing out deep and doing this. I'm a firm believer that 25% of the bass in the lake never go deeper than 5 foot. I truly believe that. I think that's anywhere I've been across the country, a shallow bite has always played no matter the temperature. And I think it holds true, especially in the Carolinas and on the places I go when I travel. There's tons of fish that are always caught shallow. You just got to figure out how to catch them. What swimming that jig does for you, it just gives you a whole nother option. It gives you it gives the fish a whole nother look. Besides that chatterbait that's coming through there and just making all kinds of noise, or besides that spinnerbait that's just flashing, or that buzzbait that's making noise. And like I said, too, you're going to get bites on this bait that you didn't get on other ones because you're just going to be randomly pitching it down the bank. It's not something that you have to pay 100% attention to the whole time you're throwing it, especially when you're going from target to target. And believe me, I've done it enough. I fished this dock, and I'm going to that one, I'm eyeing it, and there may be some scattered rock, it may be a little sand point, and I'm just pitching and swimming, paying attention to my next target, and all of a sudden everything loads up, and boom, there's the unexpected 5-pounder. Because that's what we're all searching for, every cast. We're searching for that 5-pounder. That's why we all fish. We're waiting for that big tug on the line. It's a proven fact, year after year, jigs catch the biggest bass in the lake. And I think by far, if you would take the time and learn, like I said, just pretend you have a yo-yo in your hand and it's down and up, it's down and up. That's the speed. There's nothing in it. Anybody can do this. My son's 11-year-old. He loves to do it. It's a very, very uncomplicated way to catch fish. And I think if you pick up a jig and go swim it, you could probably, hey, it's 44 degrees outside right now. I would almost bet you could take it to Lake Hartwell, which is right down the road, and probably go catch some today. I don't even know what the water temperature there is, but I know that some of those bass live shallow. That's how confident I am that you're going to catch more fish with this bait.
And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.